Hello everyone, this is Joel Christian from the Three Count with my weekly Rawview. This is where I will be talking about Monday Night Raw. Not reviewing every single aspect, but just giving a general kind of idea of what it was like for people who didn't watch it. It's more of a recap than anything. But, this week's Raw came to us from the UK, which was... It wasn't a bad Raw. It wasn't... Sorry, just gotta move that out of the way because it's making too much noise. It wasn't necessarily an amazing Raw, but it gave us quite a few good moments. We don't... In the WWE, we treasure good moments. We treasure big moments. Because they don't come around as much as... they don't come around as much because that would make them not big moments. Say we had Brock Lesnar came to every single Monday Night Raw. I know he's the champion, so he should, but he doesn't. And if he did, that would be bad because it would take away the spectacle aspect of Brock Lesnar. He is something special that you get to see when you watch certain pay-per-views or certain Raws. You know, they announce him a while ahead. So when you get a shock like Pete Dunne, he was so good. He is such a good wrestler, isn't he? Honestly, he's one of the best in the UK in my opinion. And he came out and he demolished Enzo Amore. And that's what we want to see. We want to see, every now and again, we want to see the heels getting what's coming to them. You know, it's important to see that. Yeah, so the show started off with The Miz. He was talking about Baron Corbin. You know, I'm looking forward to their match at Survivor Series. It's shaping up to be quite a good match. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Then Kurt Angle came out, I believe. And The Miz wanted to talk to him about the fact that he believed that Kurt Angle had planned the attack on Daniel Bryan. Personally, it's possible. He brought up a lot of good points. But ultimately, Kurt Angle used his GM powers to say, well, you're in a match with Braun Strowman tonight. So let's move into the Braun Strowman match, which, don't get me wrong, it was a Braun Strowman match. It was what we all expect from Braun Strowman match. He killed The Miz, and then Kane came down, I believe. And then, you know, they're still building Braun up because he stood tall after all of that. Or maybe he faced Kane. You'll have to bear with me because my brain is a tiny bit frazzled. But yeah, so Elias Samson versus Jason Jordan, guitar and a pole match. What the bloody hell are they doing with these two? I thought that an on a pole match would mean whoever gets the weapon first would be the winner. That would make sense. But apparently it's whoever uses the weapon first. I think this was very much unnecessary. I think they could have easily brought in Jason Jordan to that match without damaging Elias Samson like they have. Yeah, I think it was just poor. Then, I want to like the Titus brand. I really do. I really want to like it. But when you've got Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil coming down to the ring and getting slaughtered by Samoa Joe, it just doesn't look good. They are a joke. They're a joke stable. I know they're supposed to be a joke stable, but still. It's sad, isn't it? Is it not sad? I think it's sad. Asuka went up against a random competitor, which was kind of just... They're booking her backwards. they had her first in a really, really competitive match with Emma. Like, that match was insanely good. It was insane. But then now she's just going against weekly squash competition. It feels like we're moving backwards in a sense, if that makes sense. But that's just me, I guess. That's just me. Ultimately, it did what it was supposed to do. Asuka looks like a monster. That's what they're going for. They want Asuka to be more Goldberg than Sasha Banks, if that makes sense. But yeah, so let's move more into the main event, which I believe was the Shield versus the Bar in a Raw Tag Team Championship match. Now, this match was good, but I'm really unhappy about the outcome. Usos versus the Shield has delivered every time we have seen it. Every single time. So why did they have to throw it to the Bar? Don't get me wrong, the Bar are an amazing tag team. Cesaro is a phenomenal wrestler. But it just doesn't feel like it makes any sense going into Survivor Series just to cancel. Do you remember, if you recall, last year we were going to have, I think it was Sami Zayn versus Dolph Ziggler at Survivor Series, and everyone was really, really hyped. And then The Miz won the title from Dolph Ziggler. And we were like, oh, well, okay. It just doesn't make sense to do such a sudden thing before such a big pay-per-view. But I guess it sets up something between the New Day and the Shield, which we'll find out more about that tonight on SmackDown, I guess. I think I've pretty much covered everything, haven't I? I'd give this show overall a C. Maybe a C minus. Not a D, not a C, just in between those two. Like I said, it wasn't a bad show, but it wasn't an amazing show. It was a Raw show. It was just Raw. Yeah. What else? That's it. That's the entire Raw. There's nothing else I can give. I just want to mention again, this Pete Dunne and the UK wrestlers will be on 205 Live, which that's going to be pretty damn perfect. So I'm looking forward to that. Right, yes, so on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I'll be hosting my shows at 9 PM as scheduled. But on a Tuesday, I'll be posting it at 8:30 as I will be running SmackDown in the night. I hope you look forward to SmackDown. I've got some amazing stuff planned for you. If all goes to plan, it should be with you next week. I hope you've enjoyed this weekly Rawview. This has been Joel from The 3 Count. Have a lovely evening.